What is Kawhi at his best?
At his best, he is elite. Like he's the best player on the floor when he's at his best. Like there's no question on his game and his leadership. It's just crazy to watch him like on his practice days, his off days, like everything is a routine with Kawhi. Like when they talk about Kobe and you hear stories about how MJ operated, it falls right in line with how Kawhi operates. Like he'll go through a move and he'll make this basket 10 times. And then it's a progression from there. It's a counter from there. And then he'll go through that 10 times. And then it's a counter from there. And he'll go through that. Like he'll go through about 5 or 6 counters just off of one move before he goes to another spot. Like it's just crazy to watch him work and to watch him, work on his craft. And when he's on the floor, it just gives you the ultimate confidence that we got him on our side. You know what I mean? Like a guy that is a pure bucket. He loves the moment. He doesn't shy away from the moment. He steps up in the biggest times. Even the slow start that he had, it was like, all right, we're good. He's getting good looks. He's getting good shots. Like he's going to turn this game around at some point, and we're going to be in the game because of his shot making ability and his playmaking and like just his overall presence on the floor. I think that's another thing that doesn't get talked about is just his presence on the floor. Like and people, you watch him match up against other people. It's just an ultimate respect when it comes to Kawhi. Like they know what he's about. They know, that it's going to be a rough night. Like nobody, the guys that talk the most trash don't say shit to Kawhi. Like they know what it is. Whereas over here, they're like, oh, I can talk it to Paul. Like he'll talk back. But Kawhi, it's respect over here.
I always tell this story. When we played the Spurs in 2015 in the first round, Kawhi guarded me for a lot of that series. And again, not an easy matchup for me physically. It was just, it was a little bit of a mismatch, but there was a play where him and I kind of got into like, it wasn't a scuffle, but it was like, we were like tangled up and the ball, kind of went away from us and we got fouled. So it was a free throw. And we both went to go behind the 3-point line and we were kind of running into each other's path. And I kind of just wanted to acknowledge that it was no beef. Like I'm just trying to play hard and compete. And so I kind of like all good, tapped him on the stomach. And I remember thinking to myself, is he fucking made of steel? Like, what did I just touch? What did I just touch? And a great example of that was in last night's game. I'm sure you remember this play, but Jokic is coming down the floor and he's matched up with Jokic, and Jokic tries to draw a flop. He walks into him, and it's like Kawhi doesn't budge. So Jokic gets up. They set a pick and roll with Jamal Murray. He switches out. He knocks the ball away. Murray goes and gets the ball. He knocks the ball away again. And it's that the point you're making about his presence on the floor, like it's beyond just the mid-range precision and the 3-point shooting. He's someone that like disrupts everything you're trying to do on the other end. And that's where I think for a wing player, when he's fully engaged and fully healthy, there's really no one better at that two-way thing.
Yeah, I remember like when we would match up when we weren't playing together, when we were matched up and I was in Indy and he was in San Antonio, or even Oklahoma and he was in Toronto. Like every time we matched up, it was like I gotta make sure I am like everything is efficient, because like you could lose Kawhi, but somehow like he's in the play. Like I never understood it. Like I could get by him sometimes and like he's still there. Like it's still a big ass hand that's coming to contest. And it's like, where did you come from? Like he just has a knack and an ability to stay in a play. Like it's impressive. Like it is super impressive, because like as good as he's great, phenomenal defensively, but there's times where somebody might beat him. But then he like has this crazy ability. It's like his arms get longer, his fingers stretch further, and he has a way to get back into play that's like super impressive. It's like he just has this grip on the floor where he get anywhere and close anything off. It's crazy. It's crazy to watch. It is crazy to watch.